willing to fake being in love with Meri, doing my duties as a husband, sort of putting up with things that frustrate me so deeply that I struggle to be around her.
No, I'm just going to tell you straight up, that's 100% a lie. I felt like he wasn't interested in developing.
She gets married next week. Like, this is none of my business. And I hope it works out for him.
How are you guys doing? So tired of him talking like this.
You won't believe the tea we're spilling today. From secret breakups to shocking lies, this is Unreal Tea. Hit subscribe before the drama starts. Welcome everyone. Where it all started, a family based on faith, it all ended in betrayal, deception, and the struggle to live. Here, in this courtroom, the world gets to watch as Kody Brown, the man who preached unity once, stands against the women who believed in him most. Secrets will be revealed. Letters concealed. Children's wails dismissed. And within the next few hours, the truth may destroy everything. The letter that could end it all, they believed the worst was over. But tucked away in one woman's handbag was a letter that could bring an end to Kody Brown's dominance once and for all. A child's desperate cry, a secret penned in shaking handwriting, and a courtroom about to blow. The courtroom doors swing open. Flashing camera bulbs. Kody charges in, chest out, attempting to appear invincible. Robin follows behind him, her bag clutched protectively. Christine, Janelle, and Meri sit together, their stares fixed on him like predators stalking their quarry. All rise for the Honorable Judge Matthews. Everyone stands. Kody gives a glare to Christine before sitting back down. Judge, today, we reveal the truth of a family broken apart. Custody. Money. Deception. Nothing is ever hidden in my courtroom. Christine's breaking point prosecutor, the court calls Christine Brown to the stand. Christine stands up. She holds a frayed photo of her kids, her hands shaking, but her eyes are aflame with anger. She takes the oath and sits, her voice shaking at first. Christine, I gave him my all. My time. My trust. My faith. But Kody gave us nothing in return. My kids pleaded with him for his love, and he gave us excuses. He was never around, always at Robin's. We were invisible. Forgotten. She bangs the photograph down on the stand. The echo rings through the courtroom like a shot. Gasp fills the air. Kody's jaw clenches. He can't keep it in. Kody lies. All of it. She's warping this to make me out to be a monster. Judge, Mr. Brown. One more remark and I'll have you taken away. Do you understand? Kody slumps back, fuming. Christine's voice increases in power, calm. Christine, you devastated us, Kody. You devastated them, your own children. And now you sit here acting like a victim? No. Not this time. The gallery stirs. Robin holds her purse tighter. The barely visible edge of an envelope pokes out, unnoticed by the rest. The letters shadow, but Christine's speech was merely the start. Because within Robin's bag was a letter that would unravel it all. A letter Kody had no idea even existed. A letter the court wasn't meant to read. And once discovered, it would mute even him. Camera zooms in on Robin's purse as she tenses uncomfortably, eyes flicking between Kody and the judge. Her knuckles turn white around the strap. The audience leans in. Something is brewing. Janelle stands against silence, she kept quiet for years. But today, silence is over. Janelle Brown has had enough, and she's going to expose the man she once stood up for. Slowly, Janelle gets up, her gaze locked on Kody. For years, she was the soothing voice, the voice that tried to maintain peace. Not now. Prosecutor, Mrs. Brown, would you like to say something to the court? Janelle, I want to speak to you about money. Because Kody didn't just leave us emotionally, he left us to starve financially. Whereas Robin enjoyed new houses, new vehicles, and unlimited spending, the rest of us were struggling to buy food. The courtroom erupts. Kody's face turns red. Janelle, he had control of everything. Every penny. We weren't wives, we were hostages to his wallet. Kody ranting, pointing at Janelle, you ungrateful. You lived on my labor, my sacrifices. Janelle banging on the table, interrupting him, your sacrifices? I worked, I constructed. I paid. And you channeled it all into her. She glares at Robin, whose face turns red, shaking hands around her purse. Judge, enough. Both of you will behave or I will. And yet, Janelle's accusations were only the start. Because the purse Robin clutched contained evidence that Janelle's words were more than just words. Meri's silent fury for years, she was the forgotten wife. The outsider. The one Kody pushed away. But in this courtroom, Meri's silence is broken, and her fury is deadly. Meri rises, slow and deliberate. Her eyes are cold, her lips pressed tight. She walks to the stand with the air of a woman who's been wronged for too long. Prosecutor, Mrs. Brown, what you went through. Meri, he left me well before he came clean. I pleaded with him for his time, for his effort, for any sense of dignity. Instead, he mocked me, humiliated me, informed the world he didn't want me while keeping me bound legally to shield himself. Kody turns away, his jaw set. The gallery murmurs. Meri does not blink. Meri, do you know what it is like, Your Honor, to see the man you would stand alongside another woman, saying she is his only true love? To be forgotten while still alive? She slams the stand, making the room jump. The judge tilts forward. Kody wiggles in his seat. Robin clutches her purse even tighter, sweat on her brow. Meri, you think you won, Robin? You think since he selected you, the rest of us would poof disappear? You have no idea what's in store for you. And Meri's threat wasn't solely anger. Because in Robin's purse, the letter waited. A letter that would prove everything. The purse no one could ignore. All eyes were on Robin. She clutched her purse like it was life itself. But what was inside wasn't life. It was death for Kody's defense. And the courtroom was about to find out. Judge Mrs. Brown, Robin. Brown, you've been silent long enough. Step forward. Robin's knuckles are white. She stands, eyes flashing at Kody, wordlessly begging. He shakes his head wildly, mouthing, "Don't you dare." The air is thick with tension. Judge, produce the purse. Gasps rise from the courtroom. Robin stops dead. Kody thumps his fist on the table. Kody, this is ridiculous. That purse is private property. Judge, sit down, Mr. Brown. This court will determine what is private. Robin's hands tremble as she places the purse on the evidence table. The prosecutor gingerly opens it. Inside, creased papers. Among them, an envelope with a child's writing. It was here. The letter. And once read aloud, nothing would ever be the same again. The judge's command, the courtroom stilled. One envelope. A child's writing. A truth no one wanted spoken. But the judge wasn't requesting, he was commanding. Judge. Mr. Prosecutor. Read the letter. Robin's lips open in wordless protest, but Kody shoots to his feet. Kody, no. You can't, this is manipulation. That letter is hearsay. Judge, you will sit down or I will hold you in contempt. This court will hear the letter. The prosecutor unfolds the paper. The room leans forward. Silence. Then a shaking. Child's words ring in the air. Prosecutor, dear Dad. Why don't you love us anymore? Mom cries at night. We see you laughing at Robins, but you never come to see us. We feel like we don't exist. Please, please don't forget us. Gasps ripple through the courtroom. Christine buries her face in her hands, sobbing. Janelle grips the bench so hard her knuckles whiten. Meri's eyes glisten but remain fixed on Kody. And Kody, his face drains of color. The words of a child, cut deeper than any lawyer's blade. Kody's collapse. Kody, no, that's not, they don't understand. They're kids, they don't know the truth. This is distorted, Judge, the truth has testified, Mr. Brown. And it did not issue from an attorney. It issued from your own blood. Kody clutches the table, seething with anger, but his voice shatters when he roars. Kody, I did my best. I gave everything. They're ungrateful, they've been poisoned against me. Robin hides her face, tears falling between her fingers. Christine gets up, pointing at Kody. Christine, you deserted them, Kody. You took her and left all the rest of us behind. Don't you put this on the kids. The judge bangs his gavel again, but the courtroom is already in disarray, shouts rising, accusations being hurled. Kody collapses into his seat, panting. Robin's turning point, she believed the purse was her defense. But now, the letter has deceived her. And the courtroom glances, not at Kody, but at Robin. Prosecutor, Mrs. Robin Brown, why was this letter in your possession? Robin shakes her head hard. Robin, I didn't mean to hide it. I didn't want to make things worse. Kody didn't know, I swear, he didn't know I had it. Kody spins around on her, betrayal etched across his face. Kody, you kept this from me? You. Robin, I was defending you. I figured if they never laid eyes on it, if it never surfaced, maybe you might have a chance. But the harm was done. The letter wasn't secret anymore. And now, Robin wasn't a buffer, she was the knife in Kody's back. Christine, you hear that? Your Honor? Even she owns up to it, Robin knew this would kill him. And she attempted to cover it, just like they covered us. Christine bangs her hand on the stand. The judge nods sternly. Judge, do you want to answer your children's testimony? Kody glares at the floor, jaw clenched. For the first time, he remains mute. The gallery buzzes, his silence is louder than any denial. Christine, silence. That's all you ever gave us? Janelle's demand, Christine's flame was hot. But Janelle had the receipts. And now she was ready to cash them in. Janelle, Your Honor, I have bank statements. Years worth. Proof that every penny we made, my work, Christine's, Mary's, was sucked dry to pay for one house. One woman. Robin's. She drops the papers onto the desk in front of the judge. Kody leaps forward, face twisted with anger. Kody, don't you dare, those are personal records. Janelle, you drained us dry, Kody. And now everyone will know it. Mary's cold truth, Christine brought the hurt. Janelle brought the evidence. But Mary brought the blade of truth. And she plunged it into Kody's heart. Mary, you think this is about money? About houses? No, Kody. This is about worth. And to you, we had none. She holds his gaze. He shifts uncomfortably, first looking away. Mary, you declared to the world that you didn't love me. You informed me that I wasn't enough. And yet you kept me here because I was useful. A name. A contract. A shield for your ego. The gallery stirs. Kody's face jerks, shame flickering. Briefly before rage returns once more. The judge's warning, Judge, I have witnessed many a family destroyed in this courtroom. But I have seldom seen a man so blind to the havoc that he has wrought. Mr. Brown, listen to this, your wives are not your property. Your children are not your pawns. If you can't understand this, you'll lose everything. Kody's outburst, but Kody Brown was not a man constructed for silence. And when the pressure mounted too much, he blew. Kody, you think you know me? You think you get to judge me? I built this family. I sacrificed for these ungrateful women, for these spoiled kids, and this is my thanks? Betrayal. Lies. All of you. Judge, order. Order in this court. The verdict looms, the courtroom shook with Kody's fury. But fury doesn't win cases. Evidence does. And as the judge stood to render his decision, one thing was certain, Kody Brown was going to lose a whole lot more than a case. He was going to lose his family forever. Judge, this court will adjourn. When we reconvene, I will render my verdict. But endings aren't always neat. Because in this tale, the verdict was just the start. The whisper before the verdict, the judge descended from the bench, but the air didn't stir. The stillness wasn't tranquility, it was the sort that precedes the storm. And amidst the quiet, the wives started to whisper. Christine, he's trapped. He knows it. Did you catch sight of his face when they read out the letter? He's done. Janelle, not yet. The verdict will devastate him, but we've still got one more card up our sleeve. Mary, and when we play it, he'll never be the same again. Kody's plea, Kody, Your Honor, please hear me out. I am not the monster here. They've manipulated everything, these women, they've poisoned my kids. Against me for years. I'm a good dad, I gave everything up for them. Judge, have a seat, Mr. Brown. It's not a plea hearing. This is a verdict. Kody, don't take my kids away from me. Don't take my legacy. Please. But the court wasn't in town to safeguard Kody's legacy. It was in town to safeguard the ones he'd left behind. The verdict, Judge, having listened to the witnesses, seen all the evidence, and balanced the statements of your own children. This court rules that you, Mr. Brown, have been remiss in your role as husband and father. Judge, custody of the minor children will not be left with you. Restitution will be imposed to repay the years of depleted resources from your previous wives. And as for your moral standing, you have no moral standing. None. Not here. Not in this family. Kody's wrath, Kody, you can't do this to me. I am the father, I am the head of this family. You have no right. Kody, this is a conspiracy. All of you, Christine, Janelle, Mary, you've destroyed me. You wanted this from the beginning. Christine, no. Kody, you destroyed yourself. You left us, you left them, and now everybody finally understands it. Kody, I made you. Without me, you are nothing. And at that instant, Kody Brown wasn't a father. He wasn't a leader. He wasn't even a man. He was a decaying monument yelling in the dust surrounding him. The twist, the judge had spoken. Kody had erupted. The courtroom should have been concluded. But it wasn't. Because the wives weren't done yet. They had kept one last secret, for this very occasion. Kody, no. No. Not that. You wouldn't dare. Janelle, you wanted to discuss loyalty, Kody? Then tell me this. Mary, the other woman. The verdict had taken away his authority. But the photographs took away his mask. And now the world would at last behold Kody Brown, not as a husband, not as a father, not even as a victim, but as the mastermind of his own destruction. The media storm, the pictures circulated quicker than the judge's gavel could come down. In moments, the hushed tones turned into yells, and the courtroom was transformed into a platform for the whole world. Reporter Mr. Brown, were you promiscuous? With all 4 wives? Is this the ultimate betrayal? Kody lies. Fiction. They are attempting to bring me down. I'm the victim here. Robin, you said I was the lone one left. Kody, you said I was your last hope. And in one moment, even Robin realized it, she wasn't the chosen one. She was just the last one standing. The family's testimony. Daughter, Dad, all we ever wanted was for you to love us. Not just the cameras. Not just yourself. Us. Daughter, you told us we were a family. But you only ever cared when people were looking. Now, everyone's watching. And they finally see the truth. The testimony wasn't for the judge. It wasn't. Even for the wives. It was for Kody. And at that moment, he realized the decision he dreaded most wasn't the court's, it was his children's. The sentencing judge, Mr. Brown, you will abide by all orders of financial restitution. You will give up custody. And this court hereby acknowledges Christine Brown, Janelle Brown, and Meri Brown as custodial guardians of the children in question. Judge, this is not your family anymore, Mr. Brown. This is no longer your name. This is no longer your legacy. Court adjourned. The hallway showdown. Reporter, Christine, what do you say to Kody now? Christine, I say, goodbye. Meri. You always said we were nothing without you. Now the world sees the truth, you're nothing without us. And so it ended, not with Kody Brown walking out a leader, but a shadow. Not with a family rescued, but a family liberated. The wives didn't merely gain custody, they reclaimed themselves. This wasn't so much a trial. It was the unmasking of a man who believed he was above the law. And when the mask slipped, all that was left was silence. This family's drama is far from over, so smash like if you're #TeamWives, subscribe for the next explosive update, and drop a comment below. Who do you think will win? Stay shady, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next scandal. Kiss mark. Behind TLC Sister Wives out.